everyone. I'm Melissa here, and welcome to your Melissa Moment. Hello everyone, Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moment, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. We are on part 2 of the Shopping Addiction Recovery 12-step book. If you missed last week, go back and watch it because we are just going to pick up right where we left off. So we are on part 2. I didn't learn anything in part 1. I don't know about you. Let's see what part 2 has to say. This practical 12-step recovery workbook provides you with a range of activities designed to support you through the first 90 days of recovery from behavioral addiction. It should complement additional supports, including regular attendance at 12-step meetings or with your sponsor. As I've stated, where I live, we do not have any 12-step meetings available for shopaholics. We also do not have any sponsors available for shopaholics. So unfortunately, I am unable to do those things, which is what I would prefer to do. This 12-step workbook is not intended to replace the big book, or the big book as in the Bible is my guess, or any program attendance. It is designed to support you on your healing journey with a range of exercises you can complete alone or with a sponsor. Don't have one. This workbook is a place to write down your thoughts, questions, answers, and to engage in deep contemplation through your first 90 days, breaking the cycle of behavioral addiction. Reflect and document the first 90 days of your journey to recovery with this, your companion book. I wish I had an actual book and not just the companion book. The 12 sections presented in part 2 of this book align with the 12 Steps to Recovery program. Each section includes inventory worksheets and focus questions specifically related to each step, with prompts to encourage a more deeper examination of yourself. Blank journal note pages and sketch pages to document your journey are also provided at the back of the book. Rounding out your addiction recovery toolbox, this book also includes a 90-day health and wellness tracker, so you take care of your body too, not just your mind. Easy to complete, the health and wellness tracker records your mood, sleep, activity, exercise, water intake, medication, supplement intake, and more. I don't need all that. I have other trackers that do that. I just want help with a shopping addiction. Fear inventory prompt sheet. Following is a list of fears that may be helpful in your fear inventory. Why do I have a fear I don't have a fear, I have a shopping addiction. Add to the list if you think of any more fears to add. And then it goes through a whole bunch of fears, like fear of drowning, fear of men, fear of women, fear of being alone. I don't care. Like, I'm trying to understand what this has to do with shopping addiction. And like I said, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a doctor. But this doesn't seem like it has any issue with shopping addiction, at least not my shopping addiction. I don't go and shop because I have a fear of something. That's not why I shop. So let's skip that page. My log list. Admitting life is unmanageable. Check what you've lost as a result of your addiction. Have I lost time, family, let's do it one by one. Has my shopping addiction caused me to lose time? Nope. Family? Nope. Spouse? Nope. Children? Nope. Pets? Nope. Friends? Nope. Money? You know what? I have lost money to my shopping addiction. However, I'm not in a position where I'm broke or we're in bankruptcy And a lot of times my shopping addiction has actually made me money because I buy things and then resell them for more than I purchased them for. So that one's a 50-50. My home, no. Health, no. Safety, no. Hygiene, no. Opportunities, no. Career, no. License, no. Education, no. Quality of life, it's gotten better because I've purchased things that make my life better. Hope, no. Intelligence, no. Mental acuity, no. Respect, no. Self-esteem, confidence, improvement, no. Self-control, sometimes I do have a hard time controlling the shopping addiction. Security, no. Responsibility, no. Accountability, no. Violation and agency, no. Reputation, no. Freedom, no. Admitting powerlessness. Check those strategies that failed to keep you grounded. Willpower. Yeah, that's failed. I don't have willpower. If I did, I wouldn't have a shopping addiction. Again, controlled drinking. Like, no. 90 meetings in 90 days. I don't have there's no shopping addiction meetings here. Recovery knowledge. I'm trying to get recovery knowledge. Studying the big book. I'm not religious and I don't want to read the Bible. Nothing there. Let's move on. Step 1. Okay, maybe we're going to finally get into it. We admit we were powerless over our addiction, that our lives have become unmanageable. Again, my life has not become unmanageable because of my shopping addiction, but I'm trying to avoid it becoming unmanageable in the future by trying to get control of the situation now. But this isn't helping. Step 1 worksheet. Step 1 begins with an acknowledgement, a realization addiction has taken over our life and we are powerless, unable to solve this insurmountable problem alone. Not 100% true. Attempts to live a normal life have long passed. No. Now we are faced with our current circumstances as the outcome of years of addiction. Nope. Step 1 focuses on how addiction has defeated us and how our lives look now as a result. Through thought-provoking questions and honest answers, we can prepare ourselves to rebuild a new life free of addiction in all its forms. Step 1 is the first step forward into our new way of being. Again, grammar. Okay, it's fine. How did you become an addict? Okay. How did I become an addict? Good question. I don't know, because everyone has to shop at some point for something. When and where did addition begin to appear? I think that's supposed to be addiction, again, spelling mistake, begin to appear in your life. Probably the first time I had to buy groceries? I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me. What aspects of addiction did you enjoy about it initially? I like pretty things. What types of behaviors did you present when you were exhibiting addiction behavior? What types of behaviors did you present when you were exhibiting addiction behavior, and how did it make you feel? I guess I was happy because I was buying something I wanted and made me feel good. What are the top 3 regrettable outcomes of your addiction and why? Top 3 regrettable. Well, it depends who you ask. I don't have any regrets. My husband hates that we have so much stuff in the house, so I guess he regrets that, but I don't, because I like the things in my house. That's why I bought them. I don't buy things I don't like. It's not like I have a shopping addiction where I need to buy everything I see, whether I like it or I want it. That's not my addiction. My addiction is if I see something I like or I want, I buy it when I don't necessarily need it, right? That's part of the addiction. In what ways did you hide your addiction from others? Did it work? I mean, I've never really hid it. Like, everyone knows that I shop. Occasionally, I've bought things and I've left the bags in the car so I don't have to deal with my husband going like, why do we need that? Because I don't want to deal with that. But he knows that I shop. It's very rare for me to hide that from him. I mean, I could buy 10 things a day and he wouldn't notice because he's a guy and he doesn't notice things anyway. So I don't really hide anything. I don't have to. What was your most embarrassing situation as a result of my addiction? I don't have one. Okay. Step 2. We believe a power greater than ourselves can restore us to sanity. Worksheet. Step 2 focuses on restoring hope into your life, acknowledging all things are possible. While we surrender to the fact that we have been unable to manage our own lives up to this point, we acknowledge change is possible. We can take back management of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. From now on, it also means we must trust a greater power, whatever that means to you, to lead us to recovery. I don't trust a greater power to lead me to recovery. I have to trust myself to get to recovery. And that's just my thoughts. Step 2 probes your thoughts around spirituality and your willingness to let go. Now, I just want to say, for the record, I have no problem with spirituality. I have no problem with people that go to church every Sunday, who read the Bible, who like to talk about the Bible. That's what they've chosen to do, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. I don't have a lot of faith in that. I don't feel that I need to go to church every Sunday to be a good person or to gain something like that. That's just not my viewpoint, but I don't have any problem with anyone who is religious. It's just not something that I have in my life because I don't feel I need it in my life, if that makes any sense. So these questions, let's just see. Do you believe there is an order to the universe, or are events simply random circumstances? I believe everything happens for a reason. I believe for the most part our life is already mapped out for us. Have you ever felt anger at a higher power? Why did you feel it? Was it justified? I think everyone has at some point in their life, especially people who have faced tragedy. I'm sure when I was younger and things happened, like my grandma died, I'm sure there was a point where I was blaming God. Like, why would you take my grandma from me, right? Because I was like young and didn't know any better. So yeah, I assume so. I mean, now that I'm older, I don't feel that I blame a higher power when things go bad. It's just things go bad. How do you feel about the spiritual traditions you grew up with? I didn't grow up with any. Did it contribute to your addiction? No. What role did spirituality currently play in your life? I talked about that. There is none. And that's the way I want it. Have you attended religious services of any kind? I have in the past. Why did I stop going? I didn't particularly care for it. Have you ever prayed to a higher power in moments of distress or hardship? I think pretty much everybody has at some point, right? Okay, let's move on. Step 3. We made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understand Him. Step 3 brings together what we have learned working on steps 1 and 2. What have you learned working on steps 1 and 2, friends? Have you guys learned anything yet? Okay. We should now have gained an understanding as to why our lives are unmanageable and how we conceive of a higher power. The following questions help us understand this better. We can manage the process of giving control to a higher power with spiritual meaning to us personally in whatever form the higher power takes for you. Do you fear a loss of control, or do you welcome the possibility of someone or something making decisions for you? Why would I let anyone make decisions for me? That seems like someone who doesn't want to take responsibility for their actions. Are you able to surrender to this concept? No, because I want to take responsibility for my actions. Do you feel your life has meaning? Of course it does. Has anything you have done in the past made you feel like your life was meaningful? I think everything I've done in the past. Everything in the past has made me who I am today. Without the past, I wouldn't be myself today. So, does your higher power have a plan for you, or does this power leave you with free will to do as you please? As I stated, I feel like my life is pretty much planned out the way it's going to be. But I don't believe a higher power did that. I believe I did that in a past life. Have you ever truly trusted anyone? Yes, I think everyone has truly trusted people at some point, especially as children. Was the trust betrayed? Of course, I've been betrayed before, but not with everyone. How easy is it for you to trust now? I don't trust anyone with anything, because the only person I can fully take responsibility for and trust is myself. Are you willing to restore trust with others? No, because I don't feel that the others deserve to be trusted. What does this have to do with shopping addiction? This is a solo thing. Anyway, step 4, making a search on fearless moral inventory. We're going to go through step 4 here, guys, and then we're just going to talk about the book. More questions. When you think of the person impacted the most, the person you hurt most through your addiction, how does it make you feel? I haven't really hurt anyone through my shopping addiction. Like I said, I'm not wasting money to the point where we're bankrupt or we're having financial difficulties. I don't do that because I still have responsibility to my family. Have you ever tried to get revenge on a person? Why? What was the outcome? I think every one of us at some point has tried to get revenge on someone for something, or at least thought about it. Have I gotten revenge on people? In a sense, I have. Have I made the conscious effort to make their lives miserable? Not really, but it just happened that way. I believe that's karma, and I believe people have it coming. Do you believe you have character traits which you associate with addiction? I don't know. What character traits are associated with addiction? Impulsiveness. I definitely am not impulsive. I like to calculate things out in my normal day. When it comes to shopping, I'm very impulsive. But normal day, no, I'm not impulsive. I'm not a risk taker. So no, I would say I don't have characteristics. No. Have you ever experienced trauma? Again, I think everyone has experienced trauma at some point in their life, right? Was alcohol a coping mechanism? No, I'm not an alcoholic. I have a shopping addiction. Is shopping addiction a coping mechanism for trauma? No. No, it's not. Do you feel responsible for the damage caused because of your addiction? I haven't caused any damage because of my addiction, so no. Fear inventory prompt sheet. Again, the exact same one that was listed before. Fear of drowning, fear of men, the exact same one. Why? Why is it there again? Again, the log list from the other step, the exact same one. Why is it there? I don't know. Step 4, review of fears. Again, they want you to put your fears down. I don't have fears. Okay, so now we're on step 5. I have not learned anything about shopping addiction yet. I haven't learned anything, you guys. Like, again, it's saying recovery's possible if you have support of those around you and support of meetings and a sponsor. There are no meetings, there are no sponsors. Shopping addiction, as I've stated, is a difficult addiction to combat because everyone has to shop at some point for something. Whether you need groceries or you need fuel for your vehicle or you need to go get new glasses, or like, shopping and spending money is a part of life for everyone. So it's difficult to deal with a shopping addiction when you still need to spend money. It's like people who have a food addiction. You have to eat. You cannot just not eat, right? I have to spend money on something at some point. I don't know, guys. Like, is there anything in this book? I don't think there is. Again, asking questions like, what can you do to improve yourself? Really? Step 7. What are you grateful for? Have you improved the world around you? Like, this is all, I don't know. This is more of a self-help book generally, not specifically to shopping addiction. Again, like, step 8, making amends, right? You got to list all the people you need to make amends with because of your addiction. My shopping addiction hasn't affected anybody. It's not like my shopping addiction has caused me to, oh, I had to go shopping because there was a sale, so I missed my daughter's assembly. None of that has ever happened. It hasn't. Now, here's one thing that shows you that I am not fully down the rabbit hole with shopping addiction. There's been many times where Scentsy, for example, and you guys know I like Scentsy, are having a flash sale, and it's at a certain time, and I've had another appointment booked for that time, and a true shopaholic would probably cancel their appointments so they don't miss the sale. I didn't do that. This has happened to me numerous times. Don't get me wrong, I've been pissed off that I'm like, oh crap, the sale's at the same time. But I didn't do that. I was like, well, whatever. I'll do my appointments. When my appointment's over, I'll log into the sale and I'll see if there's anything there that I want. If there was something I wanted, now it's sold out, it wasn't meant to be. And I'm fine with it. So that shows me that my shopping addiction isn't like too crazy. And then again, after the making amends, again, they have the same page, fear inventory prompt sheet. Let's talk about all your fears. I don't have fears. And then again, let's talk about your log list. It's the exact same thing, you guys. It's the exact same thing. This is the same information over and over again. So, no. And then, yeah, they've got a daily check list here. Was I selfish? How was I selfish? Am I obsessing about anything? Was I fearful? Am I keeping secrets? Daily checklists that you would do, okay? Step 11. Again, your fear inventory. Like, why is that always here? What do you believe happens after death? What does that have to do with shopping addiction? And not just shopping addiction, any addiction. What does that have to do with anything? That doesn't, I don't understand that. Step 12. The final step. I feel like we haven't done anything. Are you ready to be a sponsor? No, because you haven't taught me anything. And then, okay, they've gotten step 3, part 3. Health and wellness tracker. Keep track of your energy levels, sleep quality, activity level, meditation, exercise, water intake, your mood, smoking, medication, supplements, notes. Okay, so that's your wellness tracker. And that wellness tracker, they give you all these pages, health and wellness tracker. And then part 4, your reflection journal. That's part 4. And then at the end of your reflection journal, you've got a sketch pad. And that's it. That's it. This book is going back to Amazon. Wow. That was not helpful at all. There was 0 in there. 0 in there, you guys. 0. Okay. So frustrating. You know, it's frustrating when you know you have a problem, you're trying to find help, and there doesn't appear to be help anywhere. Anywhere. But I mean, why would there want to be help for a shopping addiction? Because shopping addiction helps the economy, right? You guys. Well, that was a waste of 2 Wellness Wednesdays, wasn't it? Well, don't worry. We will figure this out. We will look into maybe a few other books. I'll see if I can find more information online. We'll figure this out together. In the meantime, how have I been doing with my shopping addiction? You know what? It's not too bad. It comes and goes. There's days, for example, I went into Shane's Surplus specifically to get paper towel and Kleenex. And I did come out with more than paper towel and Kleenex. However, I did not look through the whole store. I stuck to the grocery area. And I ended up purchasing paper towel, Kleenex, toothpaste, shampoo and conditioner, and maple syrup. So those are all things I will use. Those are all things that we needed. I did not buy anything we didn't need. So that's a win in my book. I left there without browsing. Normally I would have browsed and I probably would have found something. I didn't browse. So to me, that's a win. I didn't feel like I missed out on anything. I didn't have anxiety attack. It was fine. So it comes and goes, you know. Spring is coming. Typically springtime, I do get that feeling of, ooh, I want to go out and see all the cute little springtime things. So I'm aware of that. So I'm going to try to keep that, you know, in my mind. Today, actually, I had to stop at Michael's craft store. There was one thing I had to pick up. I used a coupon. I did not get anything else. I did go next door to HomeSense because I'm looking for a couple of my confetti silicone bakeware I'm still looking for. There's 2 things I still need. I did go there. They didn't have any silicone bakeware. I did look at the Easter stuff because Easter's coming. There were cute things, you guys. I did not buy anything. I left HomeSense without spending a cent. So that I will take as a win. So I think it is getting better. Just the fact that I am aware of it and I've acknowledged it, it's definitely better. The fact that my husband and I also have come up with a plan to pay off our debts and become debt-free, and we're working toward that goal together, I think is also helping me because I'm like, okay, I don't want to let him down, just like I don't want him to let me down by him spending money he shouldn't be. So I feel like, you know, we're working together and things are good in that sense. So yeah, I'm kind of just taking it one day at a time. I'm doing my best to make sure I'm not going places, you know, just because I know that's a dangerous situation for me. One thing I have noticed, my husband, daughter, and I, we've been to the library twice now in the last little while. And I get the same kind of feeling from going to the library that I do from shopping, in a sense, because I'm walking out with something, but it didn't cost me anything, and I get to take it back. So I get to take it, doesn't cost me anything, I get to use it, and when I'm done, I get to take it back. So I get the, hey, I get something. My husband doesn't have to be like, oh, there's more stuff in the house, because I take it back when I'm done with it, and it doesn't cost us anything. So that's kind of nice, because I don't know why, but you forget, right? The library, like, who goes to the library? But yeah, you can, books, they have magazines there you can read, books on tape. I actually have a book on tape in my car right now that I'm enjoying. They have CDs, they have DVDs, like you can, games even, like there's lots of things you can get from the library. So I still get that feeling of, hey, I'm coming home with something. I left my house with nothing, I came back with something, and now when I'm done, I take it back, and then I can get something new. So I probably will be going to the library more in the future, just to kind of get that feeling. And also going through things. Our Toss It Tuesdays that we do, it sounds weird, but I have so many brand new things in this house I haven't even used yet. And it's almost like I'm getting them for the first time, right? Because you're finding, like, oh yeah, I forgot I had this. And then I get that feeling again of, ooh, new. So I'm kind of using the Toss It Tuesdays as well, to kind of take the place of, instead of going out and shopping and spending money, let's just do a Toss It Tuesday, and we'll find something that we forgot we had, and it'll be like, hey, for the first time I'm seeing this. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I don't know if any of those little tricks would help you or anyone you know that might be having some issues. But so far, that's what's working for me. I'm going to continue to work on this one day at a time. I'm going to continue to look for, reference, resource materials that maybe can help. But until then, it looks like this is the end of the Wellness Wednesday Shopping Addiction series, because that book was useless in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts on that book. If you thought there was anything helpful in there that I missed, let me know. I didn't really see anything. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.